I know you're tired of every single time someone comes up here, says something disrespectful to you, you're like, your little nervous laugh, brushing it off. People feel like they can disrespect you to your face all the time, and you're just like, moving forward, we are doing no more of that. Okay, so here are 10 ways that you can respond to disrespect with confidence. Okay, number one, this one is perfect if you feel like you don't really want to say anything and you're kind of anxious and you're like, okay, so this is what you're gonna do. When someone is trying to disrespect you, look them in the eyes, look at their forehead, and then look back down at their eyes. If you feel like you struggle when it comes to standing up for yourself, this one is the perfect one to do, because you don't even gotta say a word, okay? Your actions speak for themselves. And the reason why this works so well is because when someone is looking at your forehead when you're talking, subconsciously it's low-key jarring, because someone is gonna be thinking, do I got something on my forehead? Do I got like a pimple? Did I not blend in my foundation? Like, This is just something extremely subtle you can do that makes the person who's disrespecting you feel unsettled, and so that way they're not going to feel confident to keep on talking crazy when they're the one who looks crazy. The second one, this one is probably my favorite one from the whole list because it works every single time. It literally does not matter who you're talking to, how they're disrespecting you. This will always leave the other person gagged, because what are you going to say to this? Number two, just look at them and say, are you okay? I started at this job once, right? And there was this girl there who was meant to be training me. Literally from the beginning, she did not like me. Every time I would make a mistake, she'd be like,
what are you doing? Oh my God, what is wrong with you? Oh my God.
Just so extra about it, so unnecessarily extra. And so eventually, it got to a point where I looked at her and she was doing her, oh my God, why would you do this? And I looked at her and I was like, are you okay? And once I said that, she was like, and starts, you know, doing the whole like, but yes I am, and like, what are you talking about? Because it makes someone feel called out, because it's embarrassing them. It's like, you have to really dislike yourself, dislike how your day's going, really dislike something about your life in this moment if this is the way that you're acting. So when you ask them, are you okay, it's saying all that without having to say all that, and you're just there like, it is not that big of a deal. Calm down. I'm not as affected by this as you are. And that is where your power lies. Okay, I lied. Number three is actually my favorite. This one, this one, literally every time I have said it, I get what I want. Because listen, if someone is coming at you and they're trying to give you feedback or critique, or they're trying to tell you something really quick and it's like they're having an attitude about it, or just the tone they're using is like very condescending or whatever, literally just say to them, okay, I understand, but I don't need the attitude. Just plain, simple, clear, direct. Because this way, you're not disrespecting them. You're not name calling them. You're not sinking down to their level. You're not being as petty, but you're saying like, okay, listen, I get what's going on, but I also get what you're trying to do, and we don't need that. Every single time I've said this to someone, they're always like, no, I wasn't having an attitude, and they switch up like that. I promise you. Okay, this one, it's a bit more direct, but it works. It gets the job done. It's not you having to over explain like, no, I understand, like I'm competent, I'm this, I'm that. The whole thing with this entire list today is saying a message without having to over explain yourself and just keeping it concise. You lose your power when you start to over explain yourself, when you start to overextend, apologize, this and that. When it comes to people disrespecting you and it comes to how you respond to that, the shorter and sweeter the better. Because if someone is trying to disrespect you, it's like they want you to step outside yourself. They want to see you sink down to their level. The way that people are always saying, oh, match their energy, match their energy. No, that's actually like, do not listen to that. That is the worst advice that anyone could give you, to match someone's energy. Because it's like, why would you want to go from being your happy, confident, whatever self to matching this low vibration and secure person's energy? You don't want to do that. You want to say, listen, I see what's going on. I'm not going to match it, but I'm gonna let you know that I'm not okay with it. It's setting your boundaries and it's keeping it simple. Okay, the next one. This one I only use in very, very specific situations, and it's to kill them with kindness. The thing is, okay, the reason you have to be careful with this one is because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you are overextending yourself and over complimenting someone and trying to make them like you. Only kill them with kindness when it's coming from a grounded place. Because if you're over here being like, I like this, and like, oh yes, I can do this for you. Oh my God, let me do this, and they're just gonna disrespect you more and take even more advantage of you. Like, my rule of thumb is to only use it when it's like one thing here and then That's it. Because the thing is, like I said earlier, the whole idea of like matching their energy, it's like, no, I'm gonna stay up here. I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna stay in my high vibrational mode. I'm not gonna come all the way down here. I'm gonna stay up here. So like with the girl who was training me, she would be like, blah, 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 just saying all her stupid little whatevers. And eventually I just looked at her and I was like, okay, yeah, that's good feedback. Thank you. Simple. Simple, not, oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, just keep it calm, keep it simple. And then eventually I was like, and by the way, your nails are so pretty. Don't do it in a way where it's like you expect them to give you kindness back. The only way that this option out of the list can work is if you are not expecting the kindness to come back. If you're just like, I'll give this to you because you clearly need it. I'll give a little charity out, if you will. But yeah, don't ever do this expecting people to be like, wow, oh my God, she's so amazing. Let me be kind now. No, it's to say like, I don't need to be mean. You can be mean. I'm not going to though. Okay, next. If someone is ever going on a tangent about some kind of slight they made against you. This is like a basic example, but if a girl is like, oh my God, like you're wearing a lot of makeup today, or I can never do makeup, and the whole like pick me like makeup rant or whatever, you know, something of like that dynamic or that nature. If someone is ever doing something of this nature to you, don't sit up here, don't try to defend yourself, don't try to be like, well, I wear makeup because it makes me this. No, what are you doing? So instead of being over here trying to over explain yourself, just sit back. Literally just sit back, you know, smile, listen, let them make a fool out of themselves. Okay, because clearly they need to get it off their chest. But that doesn't mean that you have to respond or make them to see your point of view. There are other people in this world who will share your point of view. You don't need to make this random NPC, like literally just see them as an NPC. Be like, okay, you're a random like extra in my life. That is my TV show. Like, get back to the extra trailer. I literally do not need you to, like, why are you talking? Just see it as free entertainment. And if you do want to say something after they finish their whole little tangent, just like smile, nod, and be like, interesting, or like that's a perspective, or just like something quick and being like, wow. Okay, the next one I love, play dumb until you don't. So if someone comes up to you and says something crazy, just keep being like, what? Excuse me? Can you say that again? So as an example, there was like this one guy and he was coming up to me and he was like trying to get with me and like talking about me and like this and that and me like, oh, you're like blah, blah, blah. The stuff he was saying was very disrespectful. And I was feeling objectified. And I was like, I'm not gonna have it. So I just pause, I look at him and I'm like, what? And then he says his little comment again. And I'm like, and I'm still looking at him, I'm like, can you say that again? And then he says it again. And then I keep asking and he starts to get like a bit like, oh, like, this is what I said. You can go from dumb until you're like, say that again. What do you mean by that? So you see what I mean? You can go from more like dumb, like what, to more pointed. Or you can just start with pointed too. You can be like, do you want to say that again? Can you say that again? You see what I mean? The more someone repeats some stupid shit they said out loud, they start to realize like, oh, like, oh, this is actually embarrassing for me. Insecure people want you to just absorb the rude stuff that they say. And they want you to just take it and put it as a label on themselves. 9 times out of 10, they feel threatened by you and they need you to see yourself as less. And so that's why they're even projecting this onto you in the first place. You questioning them, making them repeat it out loud, making them clarify it, not because you're dumb, not because you actually don't understand, because you're saying like, wow, that's actually crazy. I can't believe you just said that out loud. Keep saying it until you embarrass yourself. Next, adopt this mindset. Nostalgia and past positives do not justify present hurt. Here's the thing. We are so quick to not cut off people in our lives because we're like, oh, well, they showed up and they did XYZ for me. Or, oh, we've been so close for X amount of months or years or this or that. I don't care. I don't care. You need to be more comfortable cutting people off, point blank period. Because if you're over here constantly saying like, oh, well, we have this and like that. No. If someone is continually out here disrespecting you, making you feel sad, making you feel bad about yourself, why are they still in your life? For what? I don't care if they came through for you in the most crazy type of way, that was then. You need to realize people change. People's emotions change. That's why they're called emotions, because motion, they move, they change, okay? People could love you and come through for you in the most insane kind of way one day and then switch up the next. We want to hold on so bad to like the past version of what someone else was because we're scared to move on. But it's like the past is the past. It literally does not exist. What exists right now is the present. That's what is happening. That is what's right now. And by saying, oh, well, they came through and they did this and they did this and they did that, but it's like now they're talking shit about you behind your back, or they're becoming jealous of you, or this or that, or what, literally whatever it is, it doesn't even matter. It's like all those memories that you're bringing up from the past are just excuses for you to not look at what's right in front of you, of what this person is doing right now. Sitting up here and talking about, oh, they used to do this, so I can't cut them off because blah blah blah. That's like saying like, oh, like that's like you're painting, right? And you have blue and you have red, and you love this blue paint, you love it, and then you mix it together with the red and it's purple, and now you're like, well, no, because it used to be blue. It used to be blue. Bitch, it doesn't matter. It's purple now. It's a completely different color. People change, and you need to allow space, and you need to allow room for that in your mind and in your heart, instead of just keep on hurting yourself over and over and over again by surrounding yourself with people who would disrespect you behind your back in an instant. You don't have to keep the same opinion of somebody just because in your past they showed up and they were this and they were great and they were amazing. You can still appreciate that. You can still hold so much love and so much space for that. I'm not saying you have to turn and be like, oh, fuck all that. But what I'm saying is that that doesn't mean that someone making you feel upset about your life in the present is okay. So what I'm trying to say with this entire point is that if there is someone in your life who you have all these nostalgic memories with, or like these past positive experiences with, and now they're making you feel a way that's not the way you want to be feeling, the confident way to go about it is to either cut them off or to set new boundaries. Okay, last but not least, this one very quick. If someone disrespects your boundary, lay it down again. Some of you guys think that it's like, oh, if you set a boundary and then someone disrespects it, oh, maybe they forgot, let me give them a pass. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be like, I don't want to seem like a bitch. No. Okay, hold your standards and lay them down every single time. If you are not serious about your boundaries, how do you expect other people to take them seriously? You think they're gonna be like, oh, well, I remember she said it this time, but I mean, I'm gonna disrespect it this time, but then I'll respect it again. No, they're gonna be like, oh no, she's chill, she doesn't care, this, that. No, don't be overly preoccupied with trying to be seen as like the nice girl or the chill girl or this or that. You're allowed to have your standards. You're allowed to get upset about things. You're allowed to get mad about things. And it's not even just about sadness and anger. It's just about honoring your decency in your life and how you like to live your life and what makes you feel comfortable. That's it. And if someone sees it as a problem or this or that, that's on them. That's not on you. Oh my God. Okay, my camera died. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you like it, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.